Hello, we are back, and right now we are looking at the journal entry for Tuesday, September 22nd. Today I saw hundreds of very large ants marching through the rainforest on a trail they made. Mom told me to take a closer look. When I got nearer, I could see that some of the ants held pieces of green leaves over their heads. They looked like they were carrying tiny umbrellas. They really looked funny. I asked Copenwa if they were protecting themselves from the rain. He laughed and told me that they were leaf cutter ants. They take the leaves back to their nests. Their nests are made of hundreds of chambers that branch out under the earth. The leaf cutter ants don't eat the leaves they bring to their nests. In fact, some of the leaves are poisonous. Instead, the leafcutter ants use the leaves to grow a type of fungus. They chew the leaves into a pulp, making a bed of fertilizer on which the fungus grows. The fungus is the ants' only source of food. I wondered why the ants didn't get lost in the forest. The ground is covered with roots, rocks, and plants. I thought they must have trouble finding their way back home. Copano explained that the ants follow a chemical trail. They secrete drops of a liquid called pheromone for other ants to follow. Insects use different types of pheromones to communicate with each other. Each pheromone has a different odor. Some pheromones help the ants follow trails, while others signal for help or point out a food source. That's a unique way of getting your message across. Here's a picture for you of the leafcutter ants. The adult ants worked hard to make sure the young ants get a constant source of food. It's no surprise that the adult ants are called workers. The newly hatched ants are called larvae or larval ants. The larvae hatch in groups called broods. When they grow up, the ants in each brood develop into workers. We kept walking for another half of an hour. Suddenly, Capenwa stopped and pointed to a spot near the trail. More ants. But this time, a battle was going on. A colony of red army ants was attacking some other insects. Army ants do not eat plants or fungi. They prey on other insects, such as wasps. Both wasps and ants are called social insects because they live together in groups. Army ants prey on adult wasps and attack their nests too. We watched as the ants swarmed over the wasp's nest. There were so many army ants that the wasps could not defend themselves. The wasps could only fly away and leave their larvae and eggs to the overwhelming number of army ants. The ants took the wasp eggs and carried them back to their own nest. The eggs would be a source of food for the rest of the ant colony. The short distance away, we saw a group of army ants hooking their legs together under a fallen log. I asked Capenwa if they were dancing. This time he almost fell over laughing. Then he said the ants were making a temporary nest. This is the only kind of nest they ever make. After they hook themselves together in a chain, workers start making chambers for the queen and her brood. It was so odd. I felt like I was watching a science fiction movie. My mother told me that the army ants have to keep moving. They use up all the available food in a certain area and must find new territories to raid. When the queen lays eggs, she stays in one place until the new brood is old enough to join the hunting parties.